So we're going to be doing Brian Koberger today because we did do, we did the.
Spoiler alert, he did it.
Well, yeah, no, we didn't do this. We wouldn't. But we did do the victim impact speeches, specifically Kaylee Gonzalez' sister, Olivia.
Amazing.
So after, we kind of touched on that one, I was like, we have to do the whole thing. I'm trying to look in this camera right now, and my hair looks like, I look like friggin' something about Mary.
Beyonce?
When she puts the jizz in her hair, remember?
Oh, my God.
So I heavily relied on a book by Howard Bloom called When the Night Comes Falling. There's a 4-part docuseries on Prime called One Night in Idaho. Then, of course, New York Post, court documents, the documentary called The Idaho College Murders, CNN.com, ABC.com, and TMZ.com, because you know what? I always find they're very reliable.
Listen, say what you will about their lack of moral and ethics. They are accurate.
They are accurate.
They are quick and they are accurate.
So those are the big ones. There's always a little bit smaller, that I just go to fact check at different things just to make sure you're seeing it in more than a couple places. But the big one for this was definitely the book by Howard Bloom. And it's also an incredible book that, I read it twice because that way I could, I already knew where to go back to certain things. Mm-hmm. I can't recommend it enough. So first, we're going to start off on the morning of November 13th, 2022. So at 3 a.m. on November the 13th of 2022, 20-year-old Emily Allen woke up to her boyfriend, Hunter John. Now, there's 2 Hunters in this story, okay? So I'm going to do my best to keep them separated.
Both named Hunter, or one's named Hunter and the other's a hunter?
No, they're both named Hunter.
Do any of them hunt?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So she woke up to see her boyfriend, Hunter Johnson, out of bed and locking the door to her University Campus of Idaho apartment, which was something uncharacteristic for him to do. And she would later say in an interview that she was not sure that she had ever actually even locked that door at all. It's a very, very safest city in, Idaho. And it's just, college
town.
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't give a shit. And you know what, when you're invincible at that age too.
Yeah.
So she said she's never locked that door before, but something had stirred Hunter awake and he felt the need to lock it. He said there was just something that came over him. He felt like he should lock the door. And so he did. His gut instinct got up and locked the door. Later that same morning at 11:45 a.m., Emily would receive a call from her friend Dylan Mortensen. Dylan would say, in quotes, "Something weird happened last night and I don't know if I was dreaming, but I'm really scared. I'm in the basement with Bethany. Can you just come over?" So Emily wasn't feeling weird about this at all because it's actually something that had happened quite regularly.
Someone got spooked?
They would be like a pan would drop or like a dish would shift. And then Dylan would always call and be like, bring Hunter over here to check out the house. He was she would call for other girls' boyfriends to come over and protect them kind of thing.
Right.
So she wasn't feeling any alarm. So Dylan was Emily's little in sorority. So you know how you have kind of a sponsor? We don't really do Greek life here, so it's kind of, there's...
I'm down.
Oh, boy. There's a lot...
Oh, wait, this is a freebie.
There's a lot of sorority and frat stuff.
Right, like Kappa Beta Zelta.
You got it. So they were both a part of Alpha Phi.
Nice.
Alpha Phi, yeah.
Alpha Phi.
So, Emily and Hunter were in an apartment that was right across the street from the off-campus share house that Dylan was in. And Emily also had a roommate named Josie Loderin. And so it was Josie, Emily, and Hunter. And like I said, they were always used to calls like this. Dylan had gotten scared before, and Hunter had come over and just checked out the place.
I'm sorry, is Dylan a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Okay.
So they casually strolled across the road, no real urgency.
Does that matter? Is that sexist? I don't know.
No, it could be go either way name.
Okay.
So they had no idea that this time was going to be so much different than the other times Dylan had called for a check. By the time that they arrived, Dylan was outside with another one of her roommates, Bethany, and Dylan explained that she had heard something in the very early morning and that she thought she saw someone exiting the house at some point, but she wasn't sure of what she saw or if it had been a dream. As she tried to explain the situation, Hunter entered the house and the girls slowly started to come in behind him. Josie said that the second you walked in, you could feel that there was something off. Something felt different in the house. It felt a lot darker. And as soon as she had gotten that feeling, Hunter then came down the stairs that were directly to their left and told them, call 911 and let them know that there's an unconscious person who needs help right away. So can I see these, my beautiful drawings?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the house is really weird. So that's why I laid it out for you like this, because so this is nothing. The bottom,
the grassy knoll is
a
nothing.
hill, right?
I've heard that before.
So the front of the house only sits on, like the front of the house is only the second story and the bottom story.
Okay.
And then the back of the second level.
Oh, it's like a back split or a split back?
Whatever it is, it's confusing. So,
yeah, it's a 2-floor house with 4 levels.
Yeah, so this is what the house looks like from
Oh, nice.
my beautiful drawing.
Wow, what is so many X's on it?
So this is what you'll need. So they came in.
Oh, that's a good one.
That kind of explains it a little bit. So they came in, Hunter went up the stairs. He went over here and he saw where Ethan and Xana were, what was going on. So the girls were just coming up the stairs and he went right back down the stairs and was like, we need to call 911.
There's an unconscious person up here.
Right. So not only had Hunter spared his girlfriend and friends by not allowing them to see what he had just seen, as soon as he even kind of knew what the situation was, he got everyone out preserving what could be preserved of what would inevitably turn out to be a horrific crime scene.
Jesus.
So first, let me tell you who lived in the house. And, it's just, like I said, it's a confusing layout, but I'm going to do my best because I've had to look at so many different 3D things and trying to figure it all out because it's just a very, very, it's been added on and that kind of stuff. So
do you ever come across crime scene photos? Not specifically of this case, but when you're researching, is that a common thing that the public can access?
There is ones from this case, they were leaked.
So what does that mean though?
I just got out somehow. I don't think there was never an intention to get them out, but the family, one of the sources that I did use for this is the family has a Goncalves family Facebook group. And on it, they specifically say, if you come across these photos, please do not share them. That is our wish as the family. Please don't share them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's just, don't share stuff like that, especially if the family's so against it. And the saddest thing was that they showed, when they're asking us not to share things, it was just a picture of her as a baby. It really tugs at your heartstrings too. So in the house, we had the roommates at this time were Dylan Mortensen, Xana Kernoodle, Madison Mogen, Bethany Funk, and as well as those 4 girls, there was also Kaylee Goncalves, who was best friends with Maddie Mogen since 6th grade. The two were as thick as thieves, and she had lived in the house up until recently. She had enough credits to graduate, and she would be actually having the ceremony in that December.
Oh, nice.
But she had come back for the weekend with her golden doodle, Murphy, who looks exactly like Graham, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. And
let's see, because we got him right here. There's the Murph man right there. Hey, Murph!
So the reason she had come back, she was super excited. She wanted to show Maddie and her other friends her new prized possession, which was her new 2016 silver Range Rover, which at that age, you get a Range Rover and you're just like...
What is a Range Rover? A car or SUV or a van?
It's an SUV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
Rolling up a little SUV.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Sitting on 20s?
As a friggin' college student, for sure. So also in the house would be Xana's boyfriend, who is 6'4" triplet, Ethan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of all, I guess, they're all 6'4".
No, well, Maisie's a girl, and then his brother. So Ethan's brother is the other Hunter, and he is 6'2". He's 2 inches shorter than Hunter.
And those are big babies.
They're big babies. The mom said that when her water broke,
oh my God,
she was in the kitchen, and it was just Ethan's foot coming out. Could you imagine?
You're just so full.
Just full of so many people.
It's like a water slide, right? And then just somebody comes in the whoosh.
So
his foot's dangling out. Hello?
It's already this big.
There's a shoe on it. What the hell?
It's a Nike Air.
Where did you get those expensive little sneakers?
So
you go to the uterus gift shop.
So Ethan and Xana had been dating for about a year after being friends for a long time. It was said that everyone around them knew that they were supposed to be together before they did. But, they gave into it, and apparently the two were absolutely inseparable after that. In the second episode of this, I'm going to go into detail about the victims in this story because fuck Brian Koberger.
They deserve it, yep.
So the roommates had all had nights out separately the night before, so the 12th.
Okay.
Their university football team, the Vandals, had just lost, but, they're like, whatever.
Go Vandals!
It was always a party whenever there was a game anyways. And the University of Idaho was a huge Greek life school. In fact, everyone in the house was a part of a sorority or a frat. And that Xana and Ethan that night had hung out at his frat house for Sigma Chi, and they had returned home at about 1:45. Maddie and Kaylee had gone to a pub called the Corner Club. And it can't be known for sure, but Kaylee and her on and off again boyfriend of 5 years, Jack, were off at this moment. And she was telling friends that she meant it this time, like it was done. But to choose to go to this particular bar was a choice, if that's the case, because it was Jack's hangout. And his best friend, Adam, was the bartender there. And the chances of them running into Jack were pretty
high.
Yeah. So it was said that, the two exes did see each other that night and that they exchanged niceties, but it wasn't much more than that. At 1:30, Kaylee and Maddie would be seen together, seeming to be in good spirits and waiting for their carbonara pasta from a local staple that's called the Grub Truck, which is a food truck. But it live streamed everything from the Grub Truck to Twitch.
Okay.
I was like, that's a thing?
Yeah. There's a couple of...
Somebody's at home like, wonder what people are doing with food right now.
Yeah, there's a couple of live TikTok accounts I follow with people just working.
People
One guy's got
you should do that at the hot dog cart.
He's like a British. Yeah, I should. I don't want to be on here. There's he's like a British guy. It's like beans. No, it's potatoes. He says hot potato, baked potatoes. He's like, you want sprouts with it? You want some of these? You want some beans? You want a beans? Here, I'll wrap it up for you. All right, make it.
That's crazy. I don't know. I may be completely wrong here, but I've never just been like, I wish I had a baked potato from a truck right now.
Yeah, no. Baked potato to me is very heavy. It's very
bland.
Yeah, and you're just like, I hate myself.
Yeah.
I've eaten
you walk away with your giant potato.
You feel like a potato.
Yeah.
You're like, I ate a potato and now I'm becoming I'm
said potato. So after they were done at the Grub Truck, they would take a rideshare program home and get home at about 1:56 a.m. So the two best friends decided to both sleep in Maddie's room, leaving Kaylee's dog Murphy in Kaylee's room alone. If you want to refer to the diagram.
Murph? Why would you leave Murphy now?
They probably, they were probably like, we don't see each other. Let's sleep in the same bed. Because these two girls were everybody says way more like sisters than, and I think it was Kaylee's dad was saying that how girls will just get kind of catty with each other sometimes. These two genuinely only had the best intentions for each other all the time.
Nice.
But they probably got home and the dog was probably lying on the bed and they're like, we're too drunk to deal with this right now. There's another bed somewhere else.
Right.
So Dylan Mortensen, her room is on the second floor where you can see there. So where Kaylee and Maddie were sleeping and Xana and Ethan were also on the second floor. So you can see that it's Kaylee and Maddie were up here. And so they would be, this is the top floor. But if you look at the hole with the second floor in it,
you need another diagram?
Dylan would be right below the two girls. So this will show it there. So Dylan is directly below. And then Bethany, who was on the first floor, it's so confusing to explain. But anyways, just know Bethany was on the first floor, right as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
And then Dylan is in the back of the house on the second floor. Xana and Ethan are at the second floor and the front of the house, if that makes any sense.
100%.
And then Dylan and Maddie were above Kaylee and Maddie were above Dylan's room.